So a lot of people have been asking me, hey, how do I get the motivation to actually start pursuing my dreams? And so, what you need to consider is this: at least several times a day, like you'll get this feeling, that something's about to happen, and it's like it takes like milliseconds, and all of a sudden you realize that regardless of what you're doing or what's going on around you, that something's about to happen that you need your like full attention, and and so you have to focus completely on it for a moment, and that and you feel it in your bowels, and then all of a sudden you just every fiber of your being becomes focused for that moment because you got a fart, right? And so because you don't want to accidental pooper pants, or you might be in a situation where you don't want it to be voluminous, uh, make a lot of noise. So you're trying to keep it quiet, keep it on the down low. And see, for like that, just millisecond, a moment of time, you're just ultimately focused on just one thing. Now imagine if you took that kind of energy and applied it to your dreams, and you will find that you have the energy to start. Because regardless of who you are, what you're doing, when you have that kind of focus, when you have a fart level focus on pursuing your dreams, they will come true. So, in conclusion, what I'm saying is, if you can fart, you can start.
Well, good morning on that note.
Oh man, good morning. This is Mornings with the Dred. I am Mosby Dreads, and as you saw, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this shit going on in the background here. There we go. This is Mornings with the Dred. I have Mr. Chaos Unright with us. We're going to talk some haunts. We're going to talk all kinds of stuff, man. Chaotic Creations, what Chaos is up to. There's a new guy running around, Ben Looney. We're going to talk about that as well, man.
Oh yeah.
I'm interested in hearing the backstory to him. We'll definitely get get into that part. Yeah. Fart level focus is the start. It really
Yeah.
is. If you can fart, you can start. That's your motivation. We start every morning show.
That'll help me every
With
day.
that. Uh-huh.
I said that'll help me every day.
Oh, every day, man. Because it's true. Good morning, Kelly. Kelly is here. Yes, if you can fart, you can start, because there is a certain amount of focus that you need when you hit a certain age, and you need the focus, man. You don't push too hard, and you just kind of got to go with it, man. Because you're happy if you don't poop your pants.
Daily. It's a struggle is real.
The struggle is so real. But good morning anyway, and thank you, Chaos, for joining us. And who just joined in here? Wild Bill. Woo! Shoot 'em up, cowboy.
Good
Wild Bill's
morning.
here. Good morning.
Thanks
Um,
for having me.
yeah, man. We haven't chatted in a minute, and so I'm glad that you woke up a little early. You are out there in Texas. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Kelly. Oh, Carlos is with us today too. It's my buddy back in Maryland. What's happening, Carlos? Los man.
Hello, everybody.
Um, So yeah, this is going to be fun. We have we got some things to get into, but first I want to announce good morning, Claudette. Man, it's like a family reunion in here. Tommy and Claudette are my sisters, so we got a family
Hello, good
reunion going.
morning.
There is just I want to throw this out because starting next Wednesday, I will be co-hosting. Well, I'm the host, but I do have a co-host, the Indie Horror Junkie podcast. That is soon to come next Wednesday. We already have our first guest lined up. And with me on that show, hosting with me, is going to be Mr. Rick Danford. And he is actually the founder, the one who started the indie horror magazine that you may see out there. If you're, following the same groups I do, you may see me post things about it. It's a online publication. I'm not really too sure at the moment if they have physical copies. I would love to get a hold of some. But they cover all things indie horror. Hollywood horror, as you know, Chaos has just kind of sucked. It's just
Yes,
rehashing of classics that we wish they would just leave alone. Um,
agreed, agreed.
and now you have all them strikes and whatnot that was going on. I don't even know if they're still going on, the writers' strike and all that. But guess what? They may not be doing shit in Hollywood horror, but indie horror is doing quite well. A lot of really cool projects out there, and that's what the focus is of Indie Horror Junkie magazine as well as the podcast. So I beg of you, dear viewers, I beg of you, go over here and check out the Indie Horror Podcast. Subscribe over there on YouTube. That way you can get all the notifications, because just like this show, this is exactly how the Indie Horror Junkie podcast is going to run. So it's going to be over there on their Facebook. And we also have a page that you can follow to get all the notifications. There you go. Indie Horror Junkie podcast on Facebook. Sub, follow, do what you need to do, because that's all starting next. Don't admit that in public. We don't admit that in public. Oh, them being my sisters. That's funny. That doesn't surprise me.
Oh, come on. Can't be
Oh, come on. But yeah, a little shameless self-promotion right there. And I did get a chance to do another little voiceover for an upcoming indie horror project that's kind of wrapping up. I think they're in the finishing fun stage on Indiegogo. It's called Body Count. So I'm pretty happy about that. Enough about me. Let's talk about Chaos here, man. What has Chaos been up to? We were talking a little bit about, Texas Haunt. You've been doing a lot of conventions out there in the Lone Star State. Tell us about that.
Man, it's been crazy.
Didn't you just go to one?
Yeah, we were just at the Texas Haunters convention back, was it the 15th and 16th, I believe, of July. Awesome. I think it's one of the biggest ones in as far as strictly for haunts and haunters, and not just horror films. It's one of the biggest ones in Texas. We had an awesome time. I'm still recovering. I'm still exhausted.
Is that where this picture was taken?
Yes, sir. That's our Kaotic Creations booth and our hangman's, some of our hangman's crew right there from the haunted house I work at. It was, man, this was the best year yet. This is our third year that we were there.
Nice. In all 3 years, you've had a vending table, right?
Yes.
I mean, so you got a nice little setup there.
We started out 3 years ago with Kaotic Creations with a little 6x8 booth, and then the second year we got 2 6x8 booths, and then this year we went all out and got a full 10x10, and it still wasn't big enough. And that's why you don't see a whole hell of a lot out of us anymore, is because we're constantly building this stuff.
Right. Now is this your bigger booth right there?
Yes.
That one?
That's
Okay.
10x10.
And it looks like it's packed full, man. So I can understand why,
was.
it's almost like you don't have enough. And that's the largest that they have there, huh?
Now there's a bigger. I think it's a 20 by 20 floor space, and yes, we're thinking about it for next year.
That's awesome, man. Well, and I think that we've, probably talked about this just chatting off a show, but how long have you been in the, doing the haunts at Hangman's, or not necessarily at Hangman's, because you were doing when we first started talking, you were at another haunt that closed down. There were some issues there, and then you went to Hangman's, I believe. How do
Yes,
you,
sir.
have you always been Chaos? Was there another, a
No,
character that you had?
I started doing haunts when I was like 12 years old, just working for friends of the family.
Good
And then,
Lord.
and then I got older and did the whole family thing for a while. And now I've just got back into it and made chaos off of, which is kind of funny you say that, because chaos came from me telling my mom when I was about 15, because I would fall asleep in the living room watching TV. She's like, "We just bought this new damn house. Why don't you sleep in your room?" I told her there's a clown in the closet named Chaos. And she
Wow.
believed me for years. And that's where he came from. It's a joke
No,
that I was playing on Instagram.
that's hilarious. That's kind of funny though. I mean, but that's good. That's good shit, man. You take something from, your childhood, and bring it into, a character. And speaking of characters, before I forget, we see right behind you that I'm assuming is a chaotic creation right there. I I love the the asylum outfit. It's all dirty and looks like a lot of sweat stains in the
Yes. Yes, I was proud of that one. That is actually for, like you mentioned earlier, that's for Ben Looney, new character I'm coming up with.
yeah, and right. It's it looks like he has something there on his bum.
Yeah, him had an accident.
He did have an accident. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Tell us a
The
little
best.
bit about Ben Looney, because I know serious haunt actors. They always have backstories. If you don't have a backstory to your character, you're probably not all that serious. You got to have a backstory. What's a backstory to Ben Looney?
Well, to sum it up short, because I haven't totally written it all out, but
Hmm.
basically, he was bullied and tormented and picked on
Mm.
until he finally snapped and ran away to the bowels of the Unright Asylum.
Oh,
He
and
escapes
he's
every
been there
once,
ever since.
been there ever since. Every once in a while, he'll chew through his restraints and get out, and he'll go play at Hangman's.
Jesus, that's some strong choppers there, man, to be chewing through restraints.
Yeah, I
Ugh.
got to go look up his pictures because that's why he has to wear that face mask.
It's a small world, and apparently, chaos or chaotic is the theme for the show. My sister, the bar that she works at, is called Chaos, but
They
with a
spelled it
H
wrong.
in it. Where he spelled it wrong. Tell them they spelled their bar name wrong. There's no H. The H is silent, so it shouldn't even be there.
But
So
yeah,
what's next on the agenda as far as what's
I
your
got my
next
schedule right here. Hold on.
oh, oh boy, yeah, it's probably as long as some people's rap sheet.
Oh yeah, it's one of those good old desk calendars. We have. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm months behind on here. Oh, we have Creepy Con. We leave in 2 weeks for Knoxville, Tennessee, for Creepy Con convention
You're getting over here close by me.
at the Knoxville Convention Center. We went all out and we actually got with the family unright. We got a Airbnb instead of a hotel this year.
Well, you go, girl.
I'm excited.
You should be. Yeah, you're getting close to my neck of the woods. I believe that's only maybe about 3-4 hours south of me.
Let's see. How far are you from old Tom Nally?
Probably. I'm not sure exactly where he's at, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say maybe 3 hours or so.
Okay, because I clocked it from where he was at in Pennsylvania and Philly. Not
Maybe 6 hours. And if he's around the Philly area,
yeah.
maybe like the 4 or 5 hour mark. I'm just guessing off the top of my head.
I don't know why I was thinking y'all were in that you. No, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking it was you two that lived in the same state.
No.
Brain fart.
Brain fart. Hey.
Start my day out with it. Does it count as if it's a brain fart?
Well, well, yeah.
I'm not used to being up this early, but I did it for you guys.
I know. And that's what makes it fun.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes it fun. But I'm dropping stuff everywhere. Yeah, this is this has been I didn't really prepare anything for this show other than the question scrolling at the bottom. What a fart. A fart's a fart. It counts. That's right. Kelly said a fart's a fart. It counts.
Yes.
It certainly does. And the fact that you didn't poop yourself, woo, level up. It's a good day if you don't shit yourself. That's for sure.
What's your favorite clown horror movie? Well, of course, everybody out there is gonna say Devil's Rejects.
Yeah.
Art the Clown.
I'm hoping somebody, goes outside of that mainstream.
I'm gonna go outside that box. Have you seen Circus of the Dead by Billy Pond?
Absolutely have.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go with that one. That movie just, even for me, had me like, is he really gonna do that?
Right. Good morning, Claire. Claire's joined us. Yes. I'm a big fan of Circus of the Dead, Billy Pond. Yes. Bill Obrist Jr. Oh wow. Yeah.
I actually got to meet Billy Pond a couple months ago at Texas Frightmare Weekend. Coolest dude. Like sitting here with me and you, just coolest dude ever.
That's awesome. Killer Clowns from Mars.
From Mars?
Other Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That one. That is Mrs. Dreds as one of her favorites, and
that movie is so stupid that it's awesome.
It is.
I remember watching it as a kid, and then I tried to watch it the other day, and I was like,
same difference, yeah. Outer space. Mars is in outer space. So I'll give you that one. Right offhand, yeah. I mean, taking art out of it, taking your normal clowns, Captain Spaulding, of course, everyone loves them, but man, I'd probably have to go with two of my favorite. Yes, Circus of the Dead. That is a great one. And then Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Those two outside of your mainstream. I hate to say that mainstream because Terrifier is an underground indie horror film that is really made a name for really put indie horror on the map. Kelly's son Tika, that's his favorite too. He's got the shorty animatronic in his room. What we got going on here? Hey, I got that. That's great.
Sorry,
here we go. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's my Mike Wazowski.
He's got two tongues.
He could be your best friend.
I was waiting for it.
I'm debating if I should say it or not.
That's pretty cool. Now I'm guessing you probably just take and buy some, cheap stuffed animal and just start modding it out, right?
I try to repurpose them. I steam clean everything. I try to get them out of thrift stores and
right
stuff like that. not only the stuffed animals, but I didn't have any pictures of it, but I've also started doing mirrors since I bought that plotter. You take a mirror and repaint it, and distress it, and then put a decal on it of Michael Myers or what do you call those things? Cameos with instead of a person, it's a skull, and stuff like that. And that, I'll tell you what, that was one of my big sellers at the convention, more than I thought. I was very surprised, really surprised.
Now, what I'm really curious, because we see drills and power tools here. What in the hell am I looking at here?
That is a clown horn. Well, I mean, I guess anybody can use it, but you pull the trigger on the drill and those two car horns honk. And it's very, very loud.
Did you and you made that? You converted these
yes, I did.
Drills into wow. Yeah, you seen that? I'm like, oh Jesus, he's breaking out the power tools. I'm not sure what this one's for.
I don't know what this drill does, but it doesn't look safe. No, there's all kinds of there's so much stuff out there that some of these big name companies they charge so much for.
And it's really spurred, and this is actually one of the things I wanted to talk with you about. It's really spurred a lot of people to make their own shit, make their own mask, make their own crazy little novelties. Because the things like, if you were to go and let's say, on some website, someplace that even specializes in selling, let's say something like this, they probably charge you $50-$60 for something like that, quite possibly. I mean, after shipping and everything else is, out of the way. And it's really opened the doors because, go ahead.
I would say you probably pay $50 or $60 for that if you were to buy it online before shipping.
Yeah,
something like that, I would imagine.
Yeah, and, when you can do it yourself, I mean, we've seen like an influx of people taking and making the sublimation cups, and my daughter made me a Mournings with the Dred coffee mug. If anybody would like one, just hit me up, I'll point you in the right direction. But it causes people to be a little more creative and a little crafty and make their own things, and even make a little, change, with it. Now, I wouldn't get into this wheelchair here. That really looks like somebody had a friggin' accident there, man.
At that point, that one was only about halfway done.
I mean, there's got to be some kind of backstory to this piece of work right here. I'm not sure what the little green is right there on the edge. I'm afraid to ask. That's what happens when you put complete trust in a fart, and you shouldn't have. That's what looks like happened.
Yes, that one right there. I was just kind of thinking. Pretty much my thoughts when I started making it was an asylum patient has died and melted away in this chair. And I pretty much, I would say, not to toot my own horn, but I pretty much knocked that thing out of the park when it was finished.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's pretty cool. I would like to have something like that sitting over in the corner,
I actually I had two of those that I took to Texas Haunters, and they're both in two different haunts somewhere in the U.S. I think one's in Oklahoma, and I don't know where the other one went.
That's awesome. And here's now, is this contraption right over top? Hey, that's connected to the what the hell is that all about? Is that connected to the wheelchair?
It's connected to the wheelchair. One end of the hose goes into a canister that's you can't really, it's not pictured. It's on the bottom of the chair. And then the other has a nasal thing like you would for oxygen, but it has boogers and stuff hanging out of it. You can kind of see it, but not really.
Huh.
It just I don't know where I pulled that out of. I really don't. I was just like, it needs to be gross and it needs to collect slime and goo and
Well, I think you nailed that one.
I don't know. I really
I think you nailed that
thank
one.
you very much.
Mr. Nanners has
Those were
joined
so
us.
much fun.
Huh?
I said that one was so much fun doing those wheelchairs.
Kelly says it's barf.
Yeah, there's barf. The green was supposed to be barf, but it could be poop too.
It could be poop. Talia says yes. It looks like someone's no square was infected. That's my family's got away with words. Let me tell you. No square. I've never heard it.
That was pretty good.
No square. Good Lord.
That's terrible.
God, that just threw me all off. This is why I can't have family.
Yeah.
Coming to what they like to come in and say things that they know is going to throw me off, and I'm already thrown off. I'm already out there.
Sorry for those of you that might be eating breakfast right now.
This is a public service announcement. Take and get your no square check today. So that doesn't happen to you.
Yes.
Yes. God, I don't know where to go from there. Good Lord. So
That was pretty good.
That was pretty good. What this is a pretty decent year for some horror movies coming out.
Yes.
Have you seen any what's the latest, the newest horror film that you have seen here of late?
The Pope's Exorcist.
I saw that. I saw most of it. I watched it late, and what I saw, dude, that was good.
It was a good movie. I want one of those thrones for back there.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That was, and see, I was kind of pleasantly surprised because I'm not normally into like a lot of the exorcist possession type movies because they all seem to have that same storyline.
Yes.
And this one did to a point, but this one was done really well. I seen and here's one, boy. This movie. Me and Mrs. Dreds talked about it a little bit a couple weeks ago. Skinamarink. We checked that out. That I believe is Prime Video. I want to say one of the streaming services. I didn't even know that it was a kids like little Skinamarink, whatever. I didn't know that was even a thing. Jody had to tell me about that. But that is a creepy movie, dude. And it is shot very differently. It's not it's almost like a found footage, but it's not. It kind of is, but it's a really uniquely shot film, but kind of from the mind of a child in a nightmare. Children wake up, their parents are gone. They're trapped inside their house, windows and doors to get outside start just disappearing. It's a mind fuck, but it's a really, really good watch. I believe Skinamarink comes from some, Florida filmmakers. So not everything in Florida is crazy and absurd. There are some.
Another good, decent one I've seen, and it was like that. It was more. I think it was a PG-13. Boogeyman or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Babadook. That was
pretty. It was pretty out there.
The
Pretty much,
boogeyman.
yeah, boogeyman hiding in the dark type shit. Man, you think about it. It's
Is that
definitely.
is that the one after the Stephen King?
I
Was
think
that
it
like?
was. I think it was Stephen King.
I've heard some mixed reviews on that. I heard that that's more like a almost like for children. You know, it could
Yes,
be
yeah,
like almost.
because the filming was awesome. The actual monster boogeyman, whatever, was kind of cheesy,
Right.
but
Oh yeah,
for,
we
for
know,
a
Tony.
kid, for a kid,
It probably it'd scare them, but in a
yeah,
kid like way. Yeah, that's what I heard. The boogeyman made Kelly jump.
yeah, it was more. It did startling, but not scary.
Mm.
You know,
Yeah,
you're
those
in the
jump
theater,
scares will
you're in
get
the,
you every time.
yeah, you're in the theater and it's dark, and all of a sudden the speaker blasts in your ear, and something just jumps in front of you. Yeah, you're gonna jump. I don't care who you are.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think one of the last movies I seen in the theater was Evil Dead Rise. Went and seen
How
that in
was
the
that?
theater. I liked it. It's gotten a lot of I guess shit for there's a lot of references to the original Evil Dead as far as the camera work goes, and some that real fast Sam
Oh
Raimi
yeah,
type style that he used in Evil Dead. You see some of that here. You see just small references to the original. I said that it was kind of like a female Ash in
okay.
a sense, except her hand wasn't cut off and what she did use a chainsaw. So there was a lot of small references and I guess you could say
Did she use
Easter
one line?
eggs. Huh?
Did she use any good one-liners?
I'm trying to think now. I believe there not Bruce Campbell style.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not something Bruce Campbell style, but that I can remember offhand. We went and seen it. I think a day or two after it came out, it was released. We got a chance to go see it. So no, but I liked it. I really did. I find people are sometimes too hard on movies. Everyone
You
is
can't
a
make.
critic,
Yes.
and I mean, and yes, we can all critique, and we do that. A lot of us, we do podcasts and whatnot. Review movies and sure, you can critique them, but I see a lot of people like this movie sucked. Well, dude, you have you done it? Have you tried it? I mean, you gotta have you gotta look at both sides here. I'm not gonna critique something that I have never done and say, oh, that's complete shit. This is
Exactly.
this is complete shit. You have to look at it from, I guess, the standpoint of the filmmaker. He did maybe this filmmaker didn't have a whole lot of funds to work with. Yes,
But he did.
there might be shady acting because maybe you didn't have the money to get A-list actors.
Well, first,
um
everybody got to start somewhere. And second, you're not ever, ever, ever going to please everybody.
no, absolutely, yeah. I mean,
Nowadays.
no, not nowadays, because with social media, everyone's a critic. Missing Ender says, "I am critical too. I don't like my own movies." Well, that's probably I think that might be part of, because I'm the same way. I did a couple voiceovers for some movies, and I did not like the copies that I sent these directors. I didn't like it, just my own personal opinion. And here I'm getting back, no, that's perfect. I loved it. And I'm like, huh? What? I'm very critical of my own stuff. And I think that that's probably, a good attitude to have. I mean, you want to be critical of your own stuff because you're passionate about it and you push yourself to do the best you possibly can. And, I mean, I did. the last little voiceover I did, man, I busted it out. I just had to be angry. Okay, I can be, I can be angry. And I was like, okay, well, this don't sound too bad. I wasn't, 100%, I guess, pleased. But I was like, okay, well, let me see if this will work. And I love it. Great work. Awesome, man. I'll get your IMDb credit set up. Boom. Okay. Wow. It was that easy, huh? I'm hard on myself. Are you the same way? Or do you find
Yeah,
yourself being that way when you're making stuff? Like, oh man, I have it in my head. This don't look right, and everybody else is like, dude, that's fucking amazing
every time.
every time. I think it's a sign of a good artist in whatever your art form is, whether it's making things like chaotic creation, whether it's making movies, whether it's, doing voiceovers, having a podcast, things like
Oh,
that. If you're passionate about it, you will be hard on yourself. So it's a sign of passion, I believe.
I agree. I agree 100%. Because I'm
Has
constantly, that's not good enough constantly.
right. Has Chaos ever thought about getting into movies, the character?
I would love to. I just don't have the first clue where to start.
Yeah.
I know plenty of people that are in movies, but I don't know. I guess I've never asked.
Yeah. Is it as a haunt actor? Because I spoke with I've spoken with haunt actors before, and I've always asked the question, is just acting in a movie, was that something that got you in the haunt acting, or was it the other way around, haunt acting and then turn around? And a lot of people say there are a lot of haunt actors that actually transition over
Yeah.
into, some small roles, and it was almost like training, because you are acting a character when you're at these haunts. So I would love
Yes.
to see Chaos in a movie, man.
He's not a very nice person at the haunted house when he gets in character.
Yeah, he
That's a
does.
whole different chaos right there.
That's a
Hey,
whole
you
different. Oh
mentioned-
yeah, because you've done you've changed up Chaos a little bit.
Yes, I'm about to change him again. I actually have another mask from my original mask maker, Alexander Titanium, that's being made right now. Just because it's so hot in Texas, I can't do the full head mask. I just can't do it.
Oh yeah. So do you do a half one then?
Yeah, that the original is just on your face and straps instead of being that full head just holds so much heat from breathing in it and everything. Not to mention it's 120 degrees sometimes down there in my room at Hangman, so that doesn't help the situation.
No, not at all. Not at all. Um, I'm sitting here looking through some things that we can we can talk about. Of course, I'm going to the smoking gun. Now, those who have seen some of the Night Living Dreads past shows, we used to do little things called fluffer articles. I know Chaos knows what that is, and he probably knows what the hell's coming. And these were always done in the beginning of the show to kind of warm us up and get some laughs in. But I figure, hell, why not? Why not? Let's do another one. Let's talk some smoking gun news. And I'm even going to put this one. Even going to put this up on the screen here. Both of us. Here we go. A Christian woman in quotes there. Self-described Christian woman, a grandmother, was arrested. Oh, we're at Ohio now. But I got something from South Carolina. I got something from Florida. Was arrested at a Ohio water park after witnesses told police she called a child a brat and a fat ass and pushed him off a floating toy. Oh my God. Cops, and this is the first time I've read this. Cops responding to a disorderly conduct complaint at Cedar Point. Yeah, that's up in Sandusky. Spoke with Jennifer Hutton, 32, who described a confrontation in the kids' pool between her son and a 67-year-old Michigan resident. The suspect identified herself as Jennifer Lee Miller and provided a cop with her date of birth, home address, and phone number. While admitting that she called the boy a Brad, Miller denied swearing at the child and said she did not touch the minor. Witnesses contradicted her claims, and she could be charged with disorderly conduct. After departing the park, the cop determined that Miller had provided him with a phony name, a fake address, and a phone number that just rang busy. She subsequently confronted, when subsequently confronted about the discrepancies, the woman claimed to not have her ID on her and felt like she was being harassed. She looks like, she would take and be that way. Some people just have that look, the look of a Karen. The woman eventually admitted that her name was Janet Nail. She was arrested for obstruction, a misdemeanor, and placed in Sandusky Police Department cruiser. She lied about all of her information and had no reason for doing so.
Wow.
Get out of the way, you little fat ass. Oh my goodness.
Funny. Oh man. And that's where? Ohio?
That's in Sandusky.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, I could not go to, the smoking gun without bringing up a Florida story, because these are always the best, Chaos. These are always the best. Here we go. Inebriated Florida man was drinking a can of Florida Man beer. Now, my sister there is in Florida. I need to know what Florida Man beer is. Seth Thomas, 39, allegedly was yelling at traffic while walking in the roadway in front of traffic and refusing to stop. When he was collared by sheriff's deputies on a street in Seminole, the city of Tampa Bay. Cops say he was drinking from a can of Florida Man at the time of the arrest. The beer produced by the Tampa Bay Cigar City Brewing. Oh, okay. It's a actual beer brewed down there. It's a double IPA. Brewed with a nearly criminal amount of hops and moderate bitterness that just about matches the Florida Man's description. Look at that boy. He looked like he got his ass beat.
Yeah, look like it. You should have stopped.
You should have stopped. Florida Man beer. There you go. Right down there. Wow. That's Florida Man beer. That just doesn't even make sense.
I don't want none of that if it makes you wake up like that.
Right? Yeah, it's a craft beer. Yeah, Mr. Nanner said Jordan Peele just friended him on Facebook. I doubt it's real, but that was fun.
Locally brewed.
Yeah, locally brewed down there in Tampa. Yeah, I don't want nothing that's going to make me wake up and look like that and end up in the back of a cruiser. If I want to do anything like that, I just drink Jack Daniels.
Yes.
That shit right there. You go down there, nothing beats Florida Man eating cheesecake in the Everglades. Oh my God, have you seen that?
No.
You have not seen this. Oh, well, see, this is how this morning show goes. We go all over the place. And yes, people are probably thinking, wait a minute, this isn't horror. Well, wait till you see this guy run across this guy in the Everglades. Cheesecake guy.
This is gonna be good.
Everglades. Oh yeah, yeah, dude. You have no clue. You'd be laughing for days. This is awesome. I gotta figure out how do you pause. There we go. Pause it here. Yeah, this is funny. This is good. You better be ready for this one. I need to get it. Oh, where am I at here? Let me just go to YouTube. Oh, I am at YouTube. Really needs to be bigger, but you'll be able to see it. Listen to this.
Hey, buddy, you all right? Yeah. Are you just eating cheesecake in the middle of the Everglades? Yeah.
What the hell?
Hey, buddy, you all right? Yeah. Are you just eating cheesecake in the middle of the Everglades? Yeah.
Okay.
He's running away, and
You don't want to give him a bite.
You don't want to give him a bite. He's got an ass cheek hanging out. He's like, yeah. Like it's the most normal thing to be out there in your tighty whities in the middle of the night in the fucking Everglades.
Those wasn't very white.
That's just not smart, man. There's a lot of things that'll eat you in the Everglades.
A lot of things.
A lot of things that'll kill you, eat you, and that is not the opportune place to eat fucking cheesecake. But only in Florida, and not just because that's where you're gonna find the Everglades. I'm sure there's people walking around in dirty, tighty whities all the time in Florida eating cheesecake and not in the Everglades.
Isn't that where that one guy ate that dude's nose?
I think so. With the bath salts?
Yes.
Yeah. I think the whole state of Florida is on bath salts.
I've never been there.
I'm gonna get some shit for that one with my sister.
You're gonna be in trouble now.
Mr. Nair says I can eat cheesecake anywhere.
Okay, true.
I mean, I can too, dude. That is one of my favorites. That is up there at the top of my favorite desserts. But I'm not gonna go half naked or 98% naked and walk through the Everglades eating it.
Not on purpose.
This is not on purpose. I mean, yeah, if I'm dumped there and all I got is a piece of cheesecake, well, I'm gonna eat the cheesecake before something fucking eats me.
And I'm not giving nobody a bite either.
I don't care if it's a fucking croc, an alligator, goddamn Loch Ness, or whatever. Yeah, I'm not eating cheesecake in the Everglades. Well, Tanya, are you gonna go eat cheesecake in the Everglades? Cheesecake gator bait. Oh my god. That was good, Kelly. Cheesecake gator bait.
Oh my goodness.
God damn. Sure, why not? Yeah, you would. Oh my goodness. That's so funny. Cheesecake. I love cheesecake, man, but
what the hell is wrong with people?
I don't know. I don't. Maybe I think that guy had one too many Florida man beers.
Maybe so. Was that the same guy?
It very well could have been.
Maybe he got arrested because he wouldn't give him a bite of his cheesecake. Had nothing to do with the Florida man beer.
Yeah, although I'm not going to rule that out as being part of the story.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, I feel it. I feel it, man. I feel it. Where can people find out what the hell Chaos is up to? Social media wise.
I'm everywhere. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok. All of them or all over Facebook. All of them are Chaos Unright. There's a Ben Looney out there. There's so many it's hard to keep up with.
You got that right.
I guess the easiest way would be Chaos Unright on Linktree.
I've never even heard of that.
Linktree, just go to it and it gives you all my links in one spot.
Oh, well, that's interesting. You're quite the socialite, I see. You got to have a link tree.
Somebody told me about it. No, I just have a bunch of damn pages.
It's great. So Linktree to get all of the links in one spot and follow over there. What's that?
I said, good old Linktree. I didn't even know what it was. Somebody told me about it.
There was they had something like that called a Hootsuite. I don't know if they still have Hootsuite. A Hootsuite was I'm pretty sure it's what it was called. It was I think it was a browser type app or whatever. And what you could do was you could, if you wanted to post one post on all of your social media, you could do it right from Hootsuite, and you would simultaneously post out to all of your, your Twitter, whatever you have, going on. You can put it out to all of them. That was something I used years ago. I'm not sure if that's still out there or not. But that's a good one. I'm pretty sure it is still out there because it was a very handy tool to have. I could post to a WordPress site. That particular post would post to the WordPress, would post to my Facebook, whatever pages or groups, could post to a Twitter, could put everywhere in the click of one button. And no, I'm not getting paid by them. Yeah.
I wish I could do that. Shit. It make my life a whole lot easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know if they're still out there. I would imagine, that's still, I can't imagine that they got rid of it because it is very handy.
I've never heard of it. I'm going to go check later.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. I got All in the Family playing in the living room. I can hear the theme song right now. Jesus. So Chaos, man, it's been fun rambling with you, my friend, just babbling about nothing. I'm glad that you got up early this morning with us and joined in, man. It was fun.
Thank you so much for having me, brother.
Anytime. You're like, bullshit, it's too damn early. Anytime, my ass. You better do an evening show, motherfucker. Yeah, have my ass back on. So are you an hour behind me then?
Yeah, I'm an hour behind you.
Oh, okay.
Right now it's 9:54 here. So
yeah.
Hour behind. It's not too bad.
No, it's not too painful. Is this your day off then?
No, I gotta go to work at 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you still had to get up kind of early. Not that early, I guess. Yeah. But that's all right, man.
My pleasure.
What's that?
My pleasure.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, before we get out of here, I need to plug some Kickstarter campaigns going on. One that I'm involved in. If you would like to see Dave the Stoner come to life in Hellvirus Haunted Asylum of Horror, the Kickstarter campaign starts September 1st. But right now, you can be a part of movie history with Pervert Magazine, which is a prop that's going to be used in Hellvirus Haunted Asylum of Horror. And you can have your picture in it. There's all kind of awesome perks. Get over there to Kickstarter and put in Pervert Magazine. It'll be the first one that pops up. And whoever thought that I would get to a point where I'd be advertising for a magazine like Pervert Magazine? I never thought. I mean, I don't want cops at my door.
Pervert Magazine.
Yeah. We've had we're I think just about I think a little less than 400 away from our goal, which is pretty good. The Kickstarter campaign started the 1st of August. We're almost there. So travel over there, check that out again, and also Indiegogo. Get over there. Body Count. That film is doing its finishing funds right now. That's who I just did the small voiceover for, and you can help support that one. There's so many out there right now. In indie horror films and projects going on right now. There's so many going on. So I can't name them all, Hey, you want to see my new shirt? I got a new shirt, and it's not black. I'm surprised somebody didn't say something, because I'm always in a black shirt, and it's always a horror shirt. Check this out, dude. I seen this online, and I had to have it.
No, it's not. Nice.
Jim, there's Carl.
I seen the hair.
Jim Ignatowski from Taxi. Blame it on the brownies. That's a pretty good Jim, if you ask me, man. If anybody's old enough to know that show.
Taxi.
Oh, I love Taxi. Yeah, that's a good show. We always knew. What? I'm sorry, I missed that. What do we always know, Mr. Nanners, so I can know it again?
I think that was back when you were talking about Pervert Magazine.
Oh, yeah. Probably. That makes sense now. Mr. Nanners got jokes. So, Chaos, thank you again for hanging out with me. Thank you guys in the chat for hanging out with me. And it was just a bunch of nonsense, but hopefully, we made you laugh a little bit. And
I had fun.
I had fun. I always have fun, even when I'm not having fun, which I don't know what that really means, but it was fun. I appreciate you guys. And real quick, don't forget the Indie Horror Junkie podcast is coming soon. Get over there to YouTube, subscribe, and as well as the Facebook page, Indie Horror Junkie Podcast. Go over there, follow us there. Next Wednesday, 8 p.m. we have Amy Rolfson. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that name. Harlow's Haunt, The Clock. She also works with the Indie Horror Junkie magazine. She's going to be our very first guest on the maiden voyage of the Indie Horror Junkie podcast. So I want to, Oh, I thought you said wait.
No, sweet.
Oh, sweet. Thank you, Mr. Nanners, for being here. Tanya, stay safe and guard your no-no squares. Good Lord. Oh, God. All right. With that, I'm getting the hell out of here.